What are my 5 favorite dungeons to farm for Transmog in World of Warcraft? Let's get into it. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Extrasify here, and I thought I'd bring you guys quite an interesting video. This is my personal top 5 list as far as farming Transmog in dungeons. Now, there may be better dungeons for your realm. This is for my realm. This is also what I enjoy farming, so it may not be the best looted item value per hour. Please take that into note, but I figured this guide would give you quite a good start if you're getting into Transmog, or if you're just looking to change it up, maybe get some unique items you don't have on your auction house. So, I hope you get some inspiration to farm some of these. Let me know if you agree with my list or not in the comments below. But anyways, let's get into it. So coming in at number 5, we have Fang Keep. Now Fang Keep is more of a super item kind of farm. There are a bunch of zone drops that drop quite frequently that are not for the super rare variety type. So it's pretty simple, just do a full clear. Don't go all the way to the last boss. I'll show you where I stop ahead of time. But the notable items from this dungeon are things like the Shadow Fang. Obviously, you have the Gloom Shroud armor, Assassin's Blade, Necrology robes. You have the Guillotine Axe, Face Smasher, Night Reaver, I already said that, Assassin's Blade, Mage Fist gloves. I mean, there are tons. As far as the green transmogs, there's not a lot here. You got like the Buccaneer's vest, so Silver Thread armor is decent, but overall, you're really after those BOE blues, and that's why it's only number 5 on this list, even though I love farming it. And at number 4, we have the Scarlet Monastery. Now, I know some people love Scarlet Monastery. I myself am not the biggest fan of farming it, but I do believe it is quite great. So, the main thing you're after here are obviously some sets of the green, so you have some decent sets like the Elegant set, the Hyperion set, some other green sets like that. But the main reason we are farming the Scarlet Monastery is for the BOE blue drops that can only drop from here. In particular, and there's a big list of these, so I probably won't list all of them, but we have things like the Cobalt Crusher, the Sunblaze Coif, the Butcher, Silverblade, the Beguiler robes is personally one of my favorites, the Fight Club, Watchman Pauldrons, the Scarlet Boots are amazing. You have a super rare with the Archon chest piece. Yeah, I mean, there's literally a ton of amazing drops from Scarlet Monastery. Not to mention, the loot table is a bit broken, so since this is like a mid-classic level dungeon, it shouldn't drop endgame of classic world epics and world drops. What I mean by that is, for some reason, Scarlet Monastery drops the Skullflame shield and things like that. The Cloudkeeper leg plates drops Orb of Deception. It's really wonky. It's not supposed to be dropping items like that, but it does, and it's not that that's been, something that's like a exploit or anything like that. That's kind of how Blizzard coded it, so benefit for us, I guess. Coming in at number 3 is good old Razorfin Crawl. Now, if you've been a transmog farmer for any period of time, you've probably stepped foot in Razorfin Crawl, but some people with more established auction houses tend to overlook it, I feel like. So I'm including this right in the middle of the video to kind of, remind people of how good Razorfin Crawl really is. Now, there are a bunch of RFK BOE blue drops. You got like Avengers armor, you got the Black Knight, you got the Pugilist bracers, Pison's old greatsword. There's just a ton of great ones, not to mention all of the green sets. This dungeon is really good for filling up your auction house with decently good value greens. You got things like the Spike Chain set, you got the Raincaller set, the Sentry set, Slayer set, the Pathfinder set, the Dokubi set. There's just tons. Like I couldn't even name all the great sets, honestly. Even if you did like 100 runs of this dungeon, you'd still have some gear you didn't have. So it's absolutely fantastic. Don't forget, towards the end of the dungeon, as we'll pull up here in just a second, there is an enormous bullfrog. Always make sure to kill this frog. This frog has a 100% chance to spawn in the dungeon, and he has a great chance of dropping a BOE blue item or a frog pet, which isn't great. As you see there, we got a crossbow. It's just something great to have on your auction house. Now coming in at number 2, we have good old Sunwell. I love farming Sunwell, guys. There are tons of BOE world drop patterns you can get from Sunwell. Now, this is a raid. Make sure to not kill any raid bosses or you will be locked to the instance for a week on that character. Now, what makes Sunwell so great? Well, firstly, there are a ton of engineering schematics of goggles that with the new, not brand new, but the recent patch included a bunch of cosmetic goggles for people to craft them, thus making these patterns surge in price. There's tons of them for like 30, 50, 70k. And as you see right here, we didn't get an engineering pattern, but we did get a zone pattern, which there are plenty of for crafting, blacksmithing, leatherworking, and tailoring. And overall, there's tons of patterns. You also have the chance at like Felsteel Longblade, a Blade of Wizardry, all of those great BOE epic world drops. Like I said, the Transmog isn't great in this dungeon. You're mainly here looking for those epic patterns, and we did get a world drop, but it wasn't a great one. But I love farming Sunwell to gather those patterns and world drops. It's absolutely amazing. And coming in at number 1, we have Razorfen Downs. Now, Razorfen Downs is my absolute favorite dungeon to farm for Transmog. You have tons of BOE blues that are dungeon specific, as well as some great world drop patterns such as Rich Purple. You have the Lesser Parry enchant, the Star Belt, things like that. You also have a good chance of the Saltstone set, the Jade set, the Bloodforge set, tons of great sets no matter what. You also have some great epics as well, like Nightblade, and things like that. Now I'm coming up right here to this little pouch. Make sure to loot this pouch. You get a pattern for the Gold Thorn Tea. It is a cooking pattern. I sell this like probably once a week or two for 10k each, and that pouch will spawn every single run. So if you're doing a lockout of 10, make sure to pick up a couple and just keep them on your bank alt, because I've already sold like 3 of them in probably like a month. And it's just free gold because it spawns every single time. Now, like I said, there's just such a great variety. Not to mention the runs are only about 3.5 minutes on my speed druid, so I can just easily bang out 10 runs and then go on with my day or change up and do a different farm, things like that. Make sure when you're pulling these guys here, there will be a chance for them to spawn adds. As you can tell, these necrolytes are spawning in some skeletons, and if you kill them, they will straight up not spawn them, so it's more loot tables. Also in these huts, as you spiral up to the last boss, there is 1 chest that will spawn. Make sure to grab that. Obviously chests have great chance of great loot. Now, I don't kill the last boss, there's just too much RP, so I just like to portal out once I kill this last pack, as you can see here. I highly recommend you guys give RFD a shot. You will not be disappointed, I can guarantee. And there we have it, everybody. That is my top 5 dungeon-only transmog farms. Now, obviously, this is a personal list. It depends on your server, prices, all that fun stuff. Let me know if you guys agree or if you think I missed any dungeons that should have been in one of the top 5 spots. I'd be very interested to see what you guys have to say. And once again, I appreciate you making it all the way to the end of the video. If you did make it to the end, make sure to comment below. And like I said, let me know what you guys think. I look forward to hearing from you all. And until next time, guys, good luck with your auction house sales, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.